soldiers had come to haunt the spot where so many fell. It was eerie. And the silence, it was so still that I could almost hear the beat of the butterfly's wings.
Through writing this song, we were asked what the boat made us feel. We felt like the boat reminded us of the refugees that have travelled from Syria to other countries becoming torn apart from their families because of the war that is taking place. It also reminded us of the Navy and how people give up their freedom away to go and fight for our country. The boat is almost sailing away and they don't know when they are coming home.
Just because I think nowadays we take things for granted and we're always looking for something better when you're not really appreciating what you have at the moment.
I try to avoid advice with great difficulty. Ain't it, sister? Sometimes. You're screaming to say to them. I just think you can just say where you are to them. Advice just seems to set us off on the wrong path. It comes out very much from the teacher side of you too, and having done that sort of thing. Yeah, I just think to try and get to know them, and it's very difficult to get to know them and respect where they're coming from, which is very, very difficult to get into, but it's so worthwhile. To begin with the sad part of it, the sadness, the partings of young and old, the partings and for many the losings of their loved ones. What more can you say?
War is a terrible thing. Peace is a nicer thing. If you want war, you get war. But in some cases, if I just jumped out of bed and said, I want war, it wouldn't just come. It sort of means if you have like a granddad or grandma who, well, ladies weren't really in the war, they were like doing all the bullets and stuff. But if you have a grandpa, ask your grandpa, what was it, even if they weren't in the war, you could ask them, what was it like during the war? Well, peace is an easy thing and a hard thing. Well, if you watch a Disney movie, it's pretty easy. Well, at least in the older ones it was. Well, usually if you fall out with a friend, in this era, it's usually about video gaming and stuff. So I fell out with my friend a couple of times, but maybe even a few times. But the thing is that it takes a while for you to clean up and clean up your mess. And usually, say about 3-2 days, you're BFFs again, best friends forever.
So my thoughts about war. It's a great waste because at the end of the day, everyone's got to come together and talk about all their differences and sort everything out.
To Mrs. Jones, we regret to inform you that Stephanie Kenneth T. Jones, Royal Signals, died of wounds on June 28th. Lord Kitchener expresses his sympathy of the Secretary of War Office. 12 Brookside Road, Sutton Park, Children.
It's been 2 weeks. Everything will be alright.
She comes soon. We have some big news for you.
Oh, Clark, only me. How you doing? Steve! Anne, how you doing? It's been too long. Hi, Mary. Oh, I love watching you. Thank you.
Daddy.
I'm getting very good at that, aren't you?
Oh, we had something to tell you. Of course. Okay, so.
Sheila, this came through the post, before I forget. It's probably nothing, Sheila. Sheila, it's not mine, please. Sheila, it's not mine, please. During the war, families would receive letters like this every day. How would you feel if a letter came through like this?
What would you be doing in this situation? So how's you and Henry? Oh, we're really good. He's gone to war, so courageous and proud. Should we annoy him? We're not on the best of terms right now. Oh dear, may I ask why? Well, his wartime letter came through asking him to join the fight, and he didn't want to. So, I tried to persuade him by writing a letter and placing a white feather on his bed, and that seemed to work, but I'm kind of regretting it now.
The old lie. Dulce et decorum est, patria mori. The old lie.
It is sweet and honourable to die for one's country.
Mum. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lied to you. I knew you could handle it.
Well, you were only trying to do it to protect me, wasn't you?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
These difficult times like this, families need to stick together and not tear apart. Hello? Oh, hello. My name's Lisa. Lisa Hedward. And as you can see, I'm being bullied. Before the war. Before the war, what does that mean? It means bravery, sticking for your country. But other people, they don't care. They don't show sympathy for what people have done. It says something. There was a knock at the door. Dolly answered it. And as she watched, as her husband left, she knew she couldn't stop there. Dolly entered the truck. And as the men entered the front line, they heard a noise from the distance. A cry of persuasion. Dolly ran to the middle of the battlefield and pleaded for her husband to leave. But the men raised their guns and fired.
Children like me, and like my friends who live down the road in the little cottage, we were evacuated. We were sent off to the country. We were told that it's safer for us there, that there'll be no more bombs, that we'll be a new family, that we'll have friends. But what about Father? He's gone to war. And what about Mother? Will I ever see him again? What would you do if you were in my shoes?
Are you ready to be filthy rich?
Rich, eh?
Yeah.
So rich, we'll have so much profit.
We won't even know what to do with all that.
Keep talking, boy.
Oh. I've got word from the government out to any independent toy makers that want to cash it.
Can you hear me?
I'm working on it.
Sir, we have an idea. We want to make every house in Britain own one of these.
What are these? Genuine proper toy kind.
And if it's getting popular, we can put a small little gun.
No guns on them, just
we
like
can-
in the
Just
war.
little ones.
Yeah, just little ones.
And we can fly around and we mean,
Just like
Okay.
and then we can go in further. We can make guns,
little guns. Oh, and grenades. Machine guns.
And then we can make like a game within a game. We can make plastic flowers and we have to run around and put it on the graves of dead soldiers. And the one who puts most flowers wins most points and it's a game.
And we can write letters back to the people's families.
Yeah, and the one who writes the most tearful letter gets the most points.
The most heartwarming and the most tragic.
Oh, that's sick.
Yes, it is sick, man.
No, who said wrong?
No, that's what people want.
This isn't what people want.
I'm not going to be the reason a little innocent child is thinking about their parents, fighting for their country, being blown to smithereens. That is not what I want. That's not what this company was built for. I'm not making these.